Hi, my name is Lucy Riner, and my project is called a Chicago MemoryScape movement installation. So, Chicago MemoryScape is this idea that I have about creating a moving memory map throughout the city of Chicago to different neighborhoods to kind of examine the different memories I have in a lot of those neighborhoods growing up a Chicagoan. I don't want to plop movement and dances into an area and just say, look, we made a pretty dance and now we're doing it in this space. I'm making dances for that space with my feelings from those times, maybe things that have occurred in those spaces from my memories to make it a much more meaningful sort of site-specific journey for people to see. And then also going to locations that maybe I'm not as familiar with. How many times has somebody passed by a gorgeous mural or a gorgeous sculpture and they don't ever think about where it came from, why it's there, the person that made it? And we're very segregated, right? We know this. And so you know these things are happening, but you're not there necessarily experiencing it. And so how do we honor people's spaces instead of sort of taking them over or just showing up and doing our thing in them? When I work with my dancers, we do a lot of engagement in terms of like, what do you see when you're feeling this space? What does it sound like? Because you obviously weren't there in that memory with me, but I think that's the beauty of doing these live in these areas. They're learning this story from me, and how do they interpret it in terms of their own bodies and their own movement vocabulary? In a perfect world, this would come to fruition in August and September. Every 2 weeks, we show up someplace new, inviting people from those communities there to see free public moving art and then engaging in that with me. And so the bulk of the funds will be to pay the artists. I also want to video document it. Equipment would be another expense, some staff so that people feel safe and know what's happening. I think when people hit the donate button, I want them to know that this is something for them. Dance is communal. We need to make art more accessible, but more intentional in letting people know that it's for them.